Live coverage of the Miller Lite Cup Series coming to you from the Homestead Speedway. Ken Jones, Tim Bandit, bringing you live flag coverage of the final race. We're happy to be here with us as the green flag is out and racing. So far, clean start as they go through turn one, battling now. Getting ready to come up on the exit of turn two, down the back straight away they go. Still clean. Little contact with some cars battling here through the corner. Coming off of turn four. They're going to gather it up and we're going to get a lap underneath us here under green. 5 cars up here battling for the top spot at the moment. This is a tight cluster up here racing for the lead right now. Especially back here battling for that 4th spot, and off-lead's lead for the 5th spot too. Got some real tight race going on there too. Good racing going on all over the racetrack. This is the final race of the season. The race which will decide the championship. We have 4 drivers up here battling for it. Napa Fan, Angelo, Dust Bunnies, and Flyest Kid. Well, right now Dust Bunnies is struggling here mightily here, running in the 10th spot. Got his work cut out for him here, but you can imagine here if these guys come into the pits and make some adjustments on these cars, things will get a little bit better for them. But right now we got a pretty long green flag run here, so this is going to be pretty informative for these guys to figure out what's going on with the race cars. I believe the 48 continues to be the leader. Riding on board here with the 37 right now, putting 696. Battling Brendan Gossett. He's been battling him all season long. These cars always seem to run near each other. Yeah, they really do. Brandon was eliminated from the chase last race, but he's still trying to finish off the season with a great run. Right now in that 7th position, trying to get some momentum come off the corner so he can kind of get up here and battle with Dale. It looks like Dale had some problems right there. See him dropping well off the pace. And now here we got the 37 down here trying to get something happening. And now here comes the 21 up here into the mix. This is a great battle back here. It looks like there's some lag right there, obviously, as we see the 10 car up here still ghosted. Sure what exactly got that situation going, but nonetheless this car continues to travel around the racetrack ghosted. About 12 cars having a lot of problems getting off that corner. There you see 21 moving right on past him. Here comes the 37 here taking over that spot too. Excellent battle going on for the 7th position. Right now it's held by Terrific Turtle. Meanwhile, up front, 48 continues to lead, I believe. It's hard to really see from our vantage point. We can obviously see a great battle developing here for the 8th position from our vantage point. It's all about these guys have been running near each other all race long, all season long. And obviously they're continuing to do that here. Some of these other cars here, they seem like they really set up pretty well here. Gotta wonder here if maybe there's some type of shenanigans going on. These cars are supposed to race around here with preset 1. But obviously with a lot on the line. Do not see some of these guys do some creative engineering with the rules. still green flag racing going on. We've been green from the start. Napa Fan is your leader. You're watching right now onboard pictures from Clinton 696 in the 8th position as we see action starting to get up here going in the second group. It looks like the 48 has dropped back out of the lead. So obviously we have a new leader. You hear the fans loving it. You hear them roaring as these cars come across the start-finish line on the front stretch. Not exactly sure what happened. We'll give you the information once we get more of an update on this, but obviously Napa Fan dropping back. Yeah, at the moment, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised that this race has gone green as long as it has. I mean, these guys really have been up on the wheel. It looks like we got a pit stop going on right now. Here's Brandon Gossett coming in, trying to short pit. I guess he's hoping for a caution, possibly. Make some type of adjustments and see if he can get himself up towards the front here. Interesting strategy. We're 12 laps into this stage. 39 laps makes the distance. And there are 27 laps to go. Right now it seems like everybody's kind of settled into a rhythm. Dustman until he came into the pits here too. These guys hoping that short pitting is going to be beneficial to them, and they can make up a lot of ground with some of these cats here that ain't pit. Still have a pretty great battle going on for the 7th spot. 8 cars remain on the lead lap. We've got a cluster going on up here for the lead. Yeah, these cars are underneath a blanket right now. This might be the caution that some of these cats is hoping for that strategy to play out. There's a battle for that lucky dog spot. Right now, Brandon has it. For this strategy to work out, Dustboy's going to have to get himself up here past Brandon. Gotta wonder if there's still lag plaguing the 10 car, because obviously he's up here in this group. That's going to be something that these guys are going to have to factor with, as we see, it looks like 6 cars running in a line. Tim, right now we've seen pit stops occur from some of the cars in the back of the pack. Dust Bunnies, who's battling for the championship, decided to come in and quick pit because obviously his car is not performing up to the standards that he is accustomed to having. How do you think that these strategies are going to play in to the end of this race? Well, right now, that's kind of contingent upon what's going on up here in this group racing for the lead, because these guys is up on the wheel right here. But I mean, the cars, everybody's going to have to come in and pit eventually. The question is, for this strategy to really work, you're really going to need a caution, I think, for it to happen. Because, I mean, caution happens, you're going to have that track position. Obviously, track position has been pretty critical of these races. And if you get that great track position, you know, that really helps out your day tremendously. So, I mean, right now, these guys clearly don't have track position running in the back of the pack. But if a caution does come out, which these guys are really hoping, the way these guys is racing up here in this group, will happen, we might actually see at least one of these guys actually have the strategy work out for them positively. You're watching XLRN's live coverage of the Miller Lite Cup Series, coming to you from the Homestead Speedway. Ken Jones, Tim Bannett, up here in the booth giving you the play-by-play action. And we're going to take this opportunity, whilst we don't really have a good vantage point of anything going on, we've been under a long green flag run, to get in a commercial break. So we'll be back shortly. Back here live with X Lorenz coverage, Ken Jones, Tim Bannett. Still under green. There's 6 cars battling up here for the stage win. We've seen some pit strategy come into play, where a couple cars have opted to quick pit and come down and make sure that they're able to. It looks like we're seeing pit stops right now underway. It looks like Tex Pelt is coming in. Yeah, I mean, we're running up on the range here where these guys are going to have to come in. This has been a very long green flag run. So, I mean, strategy's certainly going to see just how that strategy played out with dust bunnies. I mean, right now, he's running in 9th, and you got to wonder how much time he made up with these fresh tires. Oh, here's 21. Looks like he might be coming into the pits. And indeed he is. Yeah, a lot of these guys look like they're trying to come in here and see if they can get some tires on the car and make some type of real charge here towards the front, because at least up here in this back group here, because you see the top group here, they have not come into the pits because their cars are obviously pretty handling pretty well, pretty evenly matched up here. They're able to stay pretty close together. So, I mean, right now, these guys is kind of just playing cat and mouse, and you might see one of these guys trying to make it all the way on fuel. Angelo now dropping into the pits, so it looks like as soon as we bring up that pack, some of the cars in that group are starting to peel into the pits. Yeah, I mean, that kind of made me look a little bit foolish right there, like I don't know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, I don't know, man. These guys really just, you got to try to do something somebody else ain't doing. So I guarantee you, somebody in this group here, probably going to be PC Panthers, he's going to try to stay all the way out. Somebody like Napa fan, I mean, he's a pretty cagey guy too, but looks like he's starting to come into the pits here as well. So that rules him out of a car that's going to try to make it all the way here. Got to wonder how pit roads penalties are going to come into play here, because this is a very difficult pit road to traverse, especially coming off of the progressive banking and being able to make an effective charge into the pits. Yeah, I mean, you can really get into some problems there, and that's the last thing you want to have, is get a pit road penalty. Especially if this race here, this stage, runs to green under completion. I mean, that's the last thing you want to see. But I mean, if they have a caution, which I don't know right now, it looks like the odds of that happening are pretty low. I mean, these guys are pretty spread out. They seem to be knowing what they're doing right now. They figured out how to turn left. So, I mean, we're just going to have to see how this strategy plays out. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out. So, we're just going to have to sit back and just kind of watch. Flyest Kid up front in the 3rd position, not too far behind Dale. He's one of the cars battling for the championship here. Flyest Kid. Right now he's in a great spot. You got to wonder if he's going to try to pull something tricky out here too. We saw him get a little bit more creative with his pit calls here at that last race. And he was able to come out and win the stage at Talladega last week. So it may be interesting to see what he does here coming towards the end of this race. Also, we see him coming into the pits, so obviously he ain't going to be able to make it. PC Panthers is still a leader. Now we see Dale taking over the lead. Well, PC, let's see if he's going to come into the pits here, because you know he ain't going to give up that lead unless he's going to come into the pits. He's a real hard charger, and he certainly wants to end out this season on a high note with a victory. And I don't really expect him to come into the pits, but I mean, my call's been pretty off so far here about what these guys are going to do. So, I mean, he might come on in. Who knows? 12 laps to go in stage number 1. It's been completely green. PC Panthers is your leader. He's trying to make that fuel stretch, possibly, till the end of the stage. Only PC Panthers, Dale, and Clinton have yet to come into the pits. Well, here comes Dale coming in. So, I mean, we got 2 guys out of here right now, PC and Clinton. These guys here, I don't think either of these guys are going to come in here. They might try to run the cars out of gas, so it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with them. If they do run out of gas, because they definitely cannot make it towards the end of the stage, that's going to put Flyest Kid in a pretty good spot here. So look back at him, and Tex Pell possibly, he's going to be in a great spot too. Boy, very exciting to see how the strategy is playing out. This has certainly been a strategy-filled, long green flag run race. 10 laps to go in stage number 1. Boy, I tell you right now, we're going to see shortly here whether any of these guys are going to try to make it all the way or if they're going to come on in, because, boy, I tell you, it's going to be hard to stretch it 10 laps on your fuel. If there's anybody that's willing to do it, it's probably both these guys run up here in first and second. 37 really doesn't have much to lose coming into the pits. Neither does PC Panthers. He's already got a win here. Saw him winning at Dover. Yeah, there's the fuel light come on for 37. Eight to go. Tim, it doesn't look like either of the lead cars are really slowing down their pace dramatically enough for us to imagine that they can make it all the way. Yet it seems like they're still out there. Let's see if they take the opportunity to come into the pits this time by. Here they come in. Boy, that was a pretty good entry for these guys. Let's see how it works out for them. PC is in his pits. Here comes the 37. And obviously, PC going with just a splash and go, and he's already out. Here comes the 37. He's out with a splash and go. Oh, and there's a caution on the track here. Caution flag is out. First caution flag of the day. Not really sure what incident causes caution, but it is out. But I mean, I'm not surprised by that. I mean, these guys here, I mean, you got to look here at how these guys trying to position themselves here for a win. Some of these guys trying to win everything here. Stages ain't as really important here as the race victory. Certainly not for the championship contenders here, but obviously some of these guys out here having some problems, and they trying to use possibly. Well, we don't want to speculate as to what happens. We didn't really see, but I mean, let's just say it's not really surprising that a caution is out right now. Be a little bit less surprising even towards the end of the race. Perhaps foreshadowing things to come. First yellow flag of the day. Usually see cautions breed cautions. How's that going to play out? We're getting ready to go green here. It's a short sprint to this side stage. Number 1. Look at Angelo here. And Clinton charges to the lead. Well, here's Angelo coming down low here. He's got a good car. He's going to power down low. He's going to take Dale with him. Napa fan charging back up here too. Well, you got to imagine, though, that Clinton's going to have a hard time staying up here with these guys because he's got some real old tires. Didn't come in. So he's pretty much a weapon out there. These guys just trying to kind of get by him. It's amazing that he's able to run up here the way he's running with them old tires, too. Oh, Napa gets loose. He gets on the apron. He gathers it up. Well, it looks like, obviously, of the cars that came into the pits here, they're really racing here amongst themselves to decide who's going to win this one here with these fresh tires. That was obviously a great strategy here for them. Obviously, the top 5 took tires because they're well ahead of the rest of the pack. You see them back here battling. 2 laps to go in stage number 1. Well, I tell you, this didn't really start off that exciting, but it looks like it's going to end up pretty exciting here. Dust Bunny's taking over that 6th position from Clinton. Well, his tires, you can see right there, got this tire monitor from NASCAR Heat 3 as we were on the final lap of the stage. Obviously, he's got hardly any grip here. He'd be lucky to make it around without blowing out a tire. Who's going to win stage number 1? It's a dogfight as they come off the turn 4. Here they come. We don't have pictures of it, but we're going to probably see the end of the stage coming really soon, probably right about now. No, we did not. Boy, we're off on our coverage here today. Oh, there it is. With our car coming home 7th. Angelo winning stage number 1. Napa fan also up there in the mix. There you see the second page with Fly's Kid and Dust Bunny's back there. Tim, how do you think this is going to go forward playing out for the rest of the race? Looks like Angelo has been very strong. He needs to win this race to win the championship, and he's won a lot of races. Napa fans also won a lot of races. You see him back there lurking. Which one of these drivers do you think has the possibility to win the title? Dust Bunny's also back here with Fly's Kid. But which of those drivers do you think has the best chance? But I'll tell you right now, I mean, Angelo, it's hard to count out Angelo and Napa. These guys have won the most races. So, I mean, these guys really know how to win. They both of them know how to get on the wheel. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out for these guys. As there you see PC Panthers is getting the free pass as he was a lap down. All right, here we go. Green flag racing. Let's see if stage number 2 is as clean and green as stage number 3. Napa fan is the leader. Well, look at Brandon Gossett up here running in the second position. He's trying to show these guys he can stomp with the big dogs too. Driving it down here into the corner. Great racing going on up here for the top 5. Angelo and Napa fan appear to be locked in a duel, and we see lag going on, and these cars are getting all sorts of jumbled up. Yeah, right now these cars are lagging all over the racetrack here. You got to wonder here if our onboard car might be one of the cars that's lagging. That's unfortunate. That's the case. Let's hope it sorts itself out, 'cause this is the first time we've seen this happen all race. Meanwhile, it's a great battle going on for the lead, side by side, Angelo and Napa fan. Angelo taking over the lead. Oh, they're into the wall. Now here comes Napa down, battling back. And he's going to take back the top spot, trying to battle into the corner. And here comes PC Panthers up here, making it a 4-way. Well, some real great racing we got going on here. Napa fan dropping back. I wonder if he hit the apron. And here comes Tex Pelt up here. Got a great 4-way battle going on for the lead. You know Angelo's loving this looking back in his mirror. The more these cars race side by side, it just really helps him to pull away. And right now, looks like PC has been able to pull away, but looks like we got this 37 up here battling here with this 23. And that's just what PC wants to see in his mirror. Boy, great racing going on. Angelo's starting to pull away. Battles going on throughout the rest of the top 5. Here's Napa trying to charge his way back up here. There you see Dust Bunny's up here. He's battling with these cats. Seems like everybody up here is pretty evenly matched at the moment. At least in the second group. Yeah, I mean, Angelo, he's only slightly pulling away. He ain't really, like, rocketing away here. So, I mean, that's pretty hopeful for some of these guys. And here you see Napa fan trying to make his way back up here. into the top 5. Tex Pelt looks like he got a little. We got some lag. This is going to be out of caution here. This is Brown to bring out a caution. And caution flag is out. You saw lag start to occur coming off the corner where all the cars slowed down from our onboard car perspective. And that undoubtedly led to this caution. Well, I mean, pretty obviously that led to the caution. I mean, we saw these cars get all jumbled up there with all that lag, with these guys surging forwards and backwards. So I mean, it was pretty inevitable we was going to see something crazy happen, and unfortunately, we did see that happen. Let's hope that this is able to sort itself out. And it looks like everybody's coming into the pits. All right, here we go. Here we go, green after our second caution flag of the race. Green flag is out racing. They should be able to make it all the way on fuel. Well, they're probably going to be able to make it all the way because we're probably going to see the stage under caution. The way we've seen these cars getting all bunched up here. 3 wide coming off the turn 4. Amazing racing going on up for the top 5 spots. Napa fan going down low to block. He's got a fast car and he's making his way up through the field. Well, we're seeing some great pictures right now from our onboard car. We're right up in the heat of the action right now. With 26 laps to go on the stage. Gotta wonder if that caution we saw before is gonna be the last caution. We've seen lag come into play here on 2 different occasions. Will it come into play again and bring out another caution? I'll tell you, I mean, Angelo, he's hoping it don't, but I mean, these other guys, they kind of hoping, certainly towards the end, there might be another caution. Because right now, Angelo's kind of pulling away, and now Napa fans moved into the second position, so he's hoping to pull away too. But the rest of these guys, they're up on each other, throw a blanket underneath these cars the way they up here stacked up. PC starting to pull on the back bumper of the 48. That's going to be a battle for the second position. Yeah, we might be seeing a battle for the lead pretty soon. Here's Angelo. He's right back up in here in this group. So, I mean, this is pretty interesting right now what we're seeing. All these cars has pretty much brought their A game here. This has been an incredible race here so far. Some great racing. Saw the first stage. Angelo had a pretty quick car, and so did Napa. But obviously these guys made some adjustments, and they got their stuff really up on par with these leaders. Napa fan and Angelo battling it out right now. Fly's Kid's trying to get up there along with Dust Bunnies. Right now, Dust Bunnies has dropped back to the 9th position. Yeah, if this race goes green, I mean, I'm thinking these guys will be able to make it all the way. But I'm not 100% certain. There's a possibility they might have to come into the pits. Let's see how many laps we got coming across the line here. 21 to go. So they should be able to make it. All right, we're going to take this opportunity to get another break. Napa fan leads Angelo as we're coming to 20 laps to go in stage number 2. We'll be back for more live action of the Miller Lite Cup Series. Back live here with excellence coverage of the Miller Lite Cup Series coming to you from Homestead. The championship race. We just saw an incident on the track involving PC Panthers in turn 3, hitting the wall, and our onboard car made contact with him. There was no caution for the incident. That's dropped PC back well in the field. Meanwhile, up front, Napa fan and Angelo continue to reign supreme. Although we now see Flyest Kid up here in a great spot. In fact, in a hotly contested battle. Now he drops back to the 4th spot. Well, this guy's got a great race going on. But right now, he don't need to be racing anybody. What he needs is to kind of separate himself and see how his car stacks up here amongst Angelo and Napa if he wants to win this championship. Because right now, he ain't racing Tex Pelt. He's racing Napa and Angelo, and those guys is riding ahead of him, and they're just pulling away more and more and more. Great side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot. Riding on board with Clinton 696 in the 37. In the 6th position. Boy, he's had a pretty interesting day, I mean, to say the least. He's had his shot up there battling with the leaders here, but he's fell back off the pace. So obviously, like, they either need to make some adjustments to this car, or maybe he needs to get some new tires on here to make it better. But the leaders ain't got no tires, and they're just pulling away. So I mean, obviously that's not the problem. But coming into the pits might help cure that problem. Dust Bunny's back here in the 7th position. He's trying to look for something to get going. As we're starting to close in the end of stage 2, Tim, and enter into stage 3, how would you rate the progression of some of these cars up here trying to battle for the championship? Well, I'll tell you, Angelo and Napa, those are the guys right now. I talked about how those are going to be the guys to beat. And right now, it looks like those are the guys to beat. Some of these other guys here, I mean, this is just a stage. So, I mean, the real meat and potatoes of the race comes here with stage number 3. But I mean, these guys here, some of these guys got to be pretty concerned with how they're running right now if they're trying to win a championship. Certainly Fly's Kid and Dust Bunnies have to be pretty concerned because these guys here ain't even up here in the league of Napa Fan and Angelo. But they're going to have to get something going if they're trying to be up here, because that's what's going to have to take if you want to win. Fly right now in the fourth position. Tex Pelt has that 3rd spot that Fly is trying to get. So Humble Car brushing the wall. That's exactly what Dust Bunnies wants to see. We got 10 to go here. Ten laps to go to decide who's going to win stage number 2. Field is pretty spread out into separate packs. We got the leaders running in their own group, along with a lap car battling with them. And we have a secondary group of Fly's Kid and Tex Pelt. Right now, the lone cars running on the track are Clinton 696 and Terrific Turtle. Terrific Turtle holding the 5th spot and Clinton holding the 6th spot, respectively. We might have a great battle shaping up here for that 7th spot. Dale right there, starting to close in. Looking at the fuel situation for these cars, we're still pretty confident that everybody will be able to make it all the way. Although we did see Brandon Gossett come into the pits, and right now he's up there running with the leaders. Recently just went a lap down. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's trying to get some type of make some type of adjustments with his car and see maybe if he can get it running a little bit better here for this final stage, because he should have been able to make it all the way, unless he did not even come into the pits the last time by. This has been a very long green flag run. What kind of insight do you think that the drivers can take from this entering the final stage, which is double the length of this one? Well, some of these guys here, like I said, pretty much everybody besides the 48 and the 2 really need to make some major adjustments to get their car running better, because these other cars are in a league of their own. But I mean, if you're the leaders, I mean, obviously you don't want to change anything, because right around what you're doing is working. It's pretty much going to come down to strategy amongst these guys right now, the way I'm seeing these guys running. Unless we see some of these guys able to make some major changes to get themselves up here in the mix, or we see some type of crash towards the end of the stage, which would not be that surprising to decide that. I think we're probably going to see stage 3 be decided, or at least, excuse me, the race be decided by a green-white checker. 5 laps to go in stage number 2. Great racing occurring up here for the 3rd spot. Tex Pelt has that spot, and Fly's Kid wants it, one of the championship contenders. Championship contenders have had a very up and down day. It's been the story of the haves and the have-nots. The haves, so far, have been Napa and Angelo. The have-nots have been Fly's Kid and Dust Bunnies. They're trying to see if they can make that a change. They should change that in the final stage. Boy, I tell you, this is getting ready to be a real group up here, racing here for that 3rd spot. As this Angelo has dropped back, we see several cars up here in this group. 5 cars up here. Could this be all the leaders racing? We're not really sure, because we're not able to tell. We know one of those cars is Brandon Gossett, who came into the pits and is not running on the lead lap. Yep, Fly's Kid, we see Turtle up there. Those cars just running right near each other. Not sure who those cars are in front of him. One of them's Tex Pelt. 2 to go in this stage. And here we are, final lap of stage number 2. Who's going to win it? It's a tight battle up here for the 3rd spot. And that's the end of stage number 2. Napa Fan was the winner, sweeping all the stages thus far. Well, it's been a strong performance by him. Real strong here. So, I mean, obviously, you look at that right there. You see Tex Pelt got the 2nd position in that stage. So, Angelo, obviously, he having some type of problems. So, whatever Angelo was doing to begin with, he needs to go back to doing, because that car obviously had a huge fall off during that end of the run there. And he's going to have to really worry about that. Some of the other cars also going to have to worry about that too. Other than Napa, he looks like he's sitting pretty. Brandon Gossett 2 laps down. He's going to undoubtedly be the lucky dog. There you see the running order brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. And right there is the caution summary. All right, folks, we're entering the final stage, stage number 3. This will decide the race. This is the conclusion of our season. Green flag is out racing. Oh, there's Angelo having more problems. Here's some more problems. There's Dale and them getting jacked up. And Napa Fan looks like he's going to come across the line and lead as he comes off a turn 4. Now down on the front stretch, he's going to lead the opening lap of stage number 3. Very strong car behind everybody else is trying to get up here and make something happen. They're going to have to do something. Well, this Clinton give Angelo a little break. He knows he's racing for a championship. A little bit of a Kyle Larson move right there. Oh, and here we got problems here. That might bring out a caution. Brandon's involved. Angelo's involved. Here's some more problems. They're all getting knotted up. And caution's out. Our 3rd caution flag of the race. Several incidents bringing out the caution. A crash coming off the turn 4 and then a crash going to turn 1 respectively. Multiple cars involved. But we knew there was going to be cautions. I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't the last caution here. These guys just been... Right now, we're starting to get, like we said, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this here. And this here's when things really start to count. The final stage, because this is going to decide who the champion is. Whoever wins this, wins it all. So Napa Fan right now, he's in the lead. There you see Tex Pelt. He ain't racing for nothing. But he racing for something, a win too. Fly's Kid, that's a guy, another guy racing for the championship. Back there in the 3rd spot. And looks like all those cars pitted besides Napa. Let's see how this strategy gambit pays out. We're getting ready to go green. Green flag racing. Boy, it's real close up here. Racing for that 2nd position. Napa's clear. That's exactly what he wants to be. Excellent racing. There's some contact going on in the back of the pack. But I look like Angelo getting roughed up. Here comes Dust Bunnies. It looks like he made some adjustments on his car. And he's going to move into the third position. Dust Bunny's using those tires as we got a crash behind. Is it going to be a caution? And a caution is out. Cautions seem to be breeding cautions in our final stage here. This is the fourth yellow flag of the race. The first two stages were ran with only one caution respectively. Now it seems as though yellow flag fever has stricken. Yeah, it definitely has stricken. Let's see here. Looks like Napa's opting to stay out right now, but we'll be interested to see if that's a little bit of a gambit. And looks like four cars opt to stay out. No, 2 cars, excuse me. Napa and Texas, they might be setting ducks. Green flag, we're racing. Well, I don't really like the strategy call here. I mean, I guess Napa's banking on another caution where everybody's going to have to come in because nobody can make it all the way. Oh, look at this mess right here. They somehow hold on. I'm not sure if they're going to hold on going into this next corner, though. Oh, there's some contact. Miraculously, they make it around without crashing. They're 3 wide back here battling. 37, 10, and 42. Oh, here we go. Here's the caution. And there it is. Caution flag is out. Let's see if Napa fan is just opting to try to get into his fuel window. Right now, it looks like Napa's still staying out. Those tires have got to be getting pretty old right now. Oh, he must be hoping that these guys running under with so many yellows has made it possible for these tires to stay. But eventually, if they have a long green flag run, he's going to be a sitting duck out there within about maybe 5 to 10 laps. All right, we've restacked the deck and we're getting ready to go green again. There's the caution summary. Napa fan still the leader. He's the only car that's not gotten any tires during this stage. Other than the start, green flags out, we're racing. Boy, I tell you, Dust Bunnies is up on the wheel. We talked about him. He's in a pretty good position right now. Try to make something happen. Ironically, we went from having Dust Bunnies thinking outside the box with strategy to now Napa fan trying to think outside the box with strategy. Well, they're trying to think outside the box. I mean, is in the whole racetrack. Isn't getting cars outside the racetrack back here in this second group. They all over each other. So far, they're making it work by miracle. Great battle going on for third. That's exactly what the 48 wants to see, and the 14, as they begin to start to pull away from this group. This is real good racing right now. You gotta wonder when those tires are going to start to come into play here for the 14. Well, there we got the 21 all over the back bumper. The 37 just pushing him to that corner. Oh, here's PC Panthers coming up here to battle and try to move his way up into the second position. He drops back. You know, I'll tell you what I like about this racetrack is there's so many grooves for these guys to run. Very multi-groove racetrack. Right now it looks like Napa Fan is loving that bottom line, but some of these other cats is loving all sorts of lines behind them. Here's our onboard car using that top side. There's PC having a little bit of contact there with his teammate. Boy, some great racing going on. 3 abreast back here. Running for 5th on back. Whilst this great racing is going on, we're going to take a little bit of a break, but you're still going to be able to see our pictures because we're not going to be going anywhere. Watching XLRN's live coverage coming to you from the Homestead Speedway final race of the season for the Miller Lite Cup Series. Napa Fan is the leader. Back live on XLRN, Miller Lite Cup Series from the Homestead Speedway, just getting ready to go back green under caution. A multi-car crash, putting us under it. The car should be able to make it all the way from here. Green flag is back out, we're racing. We got a car here on the grass here. That's Brandon. Some great racing around here going on. Looks like these guys have really made their cars a lot better, at least at the moment, because they're able to hang up here with the 48. With some thrilling racing we have going on here for the 5th position. We might have some thrilling racing going on for the lead shortly. It looks like Angelo got a little bit loose, and this might be a caution. No caution. No caution. Well, they're trying to bring one out back here though. Here it is. This is probably going to be it. They're bumping and banging and knotting off each other. They're really trying hard to make something happen. "24 laps to go here to decide it all. Napa Fan, the leader. Is he going to be able to bring it all home? He's got 24 more laps to hold off the field. I'll tell you, I thought Angelo was going to be a lot more of a factor, but he really hasn't been a factor, even excluding that wreck. So, I mean, right now, I mean, Napa fan looks like he's sitting pretty right now to win this championship. Unless we see another late race caution, which would not be that unsurprising. And that kind of stacked everybody back up. They were clearly trying to bring something out before, and apparently did not succeed. Looks like Brandon's a lap down. You got to wonder if he came into the pits or if he dropped out. Looks like he's back on the racetrack, so he obviously came into the pits. Obviously still struggling with that race car. Whatever ills plagued it have obviously not remedied themselves, as we see him brushing the wall pretty forcefully through turn 3. Tim, what do you think is the likelihood that this race is going to go completely green as we are at the 20 lap to go mark? Well, I'd say it's pretty low. I mean, I really don't see it happening. Because although Napa's trying to win this race, so is everybody else out here trying to win this race. Right now, they ain't going to win this race unless there's a caution. And I would be very, very surprised if somewhere we did not see a caution. Because we've seen it happen in the past. So, I mean, if it's happened in the past, history usually repeats itself. Be interesting to see, though, maybe if I'm wrong. I was certainly wrong a lot in the early stage of this race with some of the strategy. Oh, there's PC. There's a wreck. A wreck on the backstretch. No caution. And finally, caution. Caution is out. I'll tell you, this right here is a curious situation for these guys to be in. Because, I mean, you don't want to be out there on super old tires. But you got to imagine there ain't much left of this race. Looks like Dust Bunnies and Clinton 696 opt not to pit. Green flag racing. I'll tell you, Clinton's dropping well back right now. He just brushed the wall, and that's going to cost him mightily. So it's going to cost possibly the leaders mightily here, battling this hard to the corner. Are they going to make it? $14 to go. Dust Bunny's trying every trick in the book to see if he's going to have his chance to have a shot at the title. They're all up in a cluster, and oh my goodness, here's somebody on the apron. They hold on to it. That's Napa fan on the apron. Well, we know he's really charging up here trying to make something happen. God, one of these Fords is going to start to work together. Oh, we might have a caution here. Here they all get knotted up here. Caution is out. Caution flag is out. Tex Pelt is now the leader. Angelo running in the second position. We talked about how his day went up and down, but notoriously, or excuse me, maybe not notoriously because it has been successful. We've seen him in this position before where we have had to count him out, but yet he somehow managed to rally back and bounce back, and that seems to be the position he's in right now, running in the second spot. Dust Bunnies dropped back to fourth. Fly's Kid in sixth, and Napa Fan in seventh. Well, that's a real change of fortune right there, because I mean, earlier we was wondering what was going on here with Angelo, and right now we wonder what's going on with Napa. I can imagine what was going on with probably that crash, but I mean, let's see if he's able to charge his way back up here. We know he really is up on the wheel. Green flag. Boy, this is some real tight racing going on here. They hold on. Tex Pelt continues to lead. Angelo trying to make something happen. Here's PC Panthers trying to do the bump and run. He makes contact. Napa makes contact with the wall. He holds on to it. Well, look at Tex Pelt blocking here. Blocking like it's Talladega. PC's going to dive it in here. You don't want to block PC. He's the last guy you want to do that to. These guys all clustered up, 3 wide racing for the lead. Here's some lag going on. I hope that don't mess this up here. So we're getting ready to have a fantastic finish. PC Panthers goes to the lead. Can he get his second win of the season? Look at Fly's Kid moving back up here and trying to be a factor. Boy, this here's going to be a real mess here with 8 of these guys is bumping and banging. 8 to go. 8 to go in the season. These guys is racing like it's 8 to go in their lives right now. Angelo back up here up in the lead. Here's Napa trying to make something happen. He's going to make some contact there with Dale. He's going to gather it up. He does gather it up. Amazing save. I'll tell you, everybody's right now underneath a blanket here. This is some of the best racing we've seen all season. At a mile and a half, certainly. They're bumping and banging all over each other, racing very hard. Here's Napa diving down to the inside of Tex Pelt. Six laps to go. Well, what a race up here for the lead. Angelo's trying to hold on, but these guys here look like they're trying to do everything in their power to get by him. We might see another caution. Here they are stacking them up here again. There's PC around. Caution is out. Caution is out with 5 laps to go here. 5 laps remaining in the season. Angelo and Napa Fan are right up here once again, battling for it all. Boy, I tell you what, here we're getting ready to shape up for a fantastic finish. I told you this race here, regardless of what we saw in the earlier stages, there was no way that this race here was going to go without coming down to a green-white checkered, and we're only one crash away from that happening. And I believe it's probably going to happen here once these guys restart. Looks like almost everybody comes in for tires. Angelo, Napa Fan, PC, Dust Bunnies, Flyest Kid, the championship leaders are all racing in the top 5. Green flag, we're racing. Well, these guys is 3 wide. They're really bumping and banging off each other. No caution. Oh, there's some contact up here. And the caution is out. This is undoubtedly going to give us a green-white checkered, the one we predicted earlier. PC Panthers is up in the second position. He's moved up in between Napa Fan and Angelo. Well, he's trying to make be a spoiler here, and you know what? I mean, this here is up on the line here, this race. The win's on the line, so I mean, everybody's driving really, really hard. This is the last race of the season, so you certainly want to make sure that you end your season on a high note. Some of these guys up here trying to end their season on a high note with the championship, and some of these guys trying to end their season on a high note with a win. Be interested to see how it all plays out here, because they all battling for the same thing. You got to win here to be in it, and everybody's trying to do that. Two cars take the opportunity to come into the pits. Dust Bunnies looks like he's coming into the pits. I believe he was involved in that incident. Here we go. Will this be the final restart of the season? Green flags out, we're racing. Well, look at Texpel here, split PC. Here's Fly's Kid charging up here. This is the best we've seen him running all race long. Outside of that other run we've seen. Here we go. White flag, final lap of the season. Angelo is the leader. He's trying to win this race to win the title. Napa Fan is all over his back bumper. Here they go down the back straightaway. Will we see a bump and run? Oh, there's some contact. There's some more contact. They touch. The leaders are wrecking. The leaders are wrecking. They're all wrecking. It's a big mess. It's a big mess. All the leaders wreck. Texpel comes through the corner, and Texpel's going to win the race. The race is going to end under caution. An amazing finish here, but we knew it was going to happen here at the Homestead Speedway. Wow, man, we knew that was a crazy finish right there. Looks like Fly's Kid's going to win the championship. Fly's Kid is the champion. Amazing finish, an amazing accident to end the race. You know there's going to be tempers boiling over as Napa Fan and Angelo put everything on the line, battling into turns 3 and 4, and they both wrecked, and they took a lot of cars with them. Well, man, I mean, wow. I don't even know what to say here, but congratulations to Fly's Kid. We definitely going to stick around here and see if we can get a word with Fly's Kid, because that was an amazing race, and we know we're going to have to get a word with some of these other cats out here, because you know they're pretty fired up about what happened. Stick around for our coverage. We're not sure if anybody's watching, but if you're not watching, you should start watching. We'll be back. And we're back here with Excellence coverage, the post-race show, coming to you from the Homestead Speedway. Ken Jones, Tim Bandit, with you after a wild finish here with Tex Pelt winning the race and Flyest Kid winning the championship. Let's see if we can get a word with both. Well, it looks like we're hearing some controversy about some of the things that happened here. So Fly wasn't racing for the championship? Well, there's going to have to obviously be some better updates because we have not received this update and we have not seen the situation of the points. So we're right now trying to figure out who exactly is the champion. So this is a very simulation experience, very reminiscent of, and it looks like Nap. Well, we saw a whale of a wreck there, so I'm not sure. We saw Tex Pelt win the race. Let's see if we got confirmation of that. Did that happen? And Fly's Kid finished second? All right. Well, let's see. All right, well, we're going to have to revise that. We're just going to get a word from, we're going to get a word from Tex Pelt, and we're going to get a word from Napa Fan. Alright, Napa Fan, you are the champion. After a very wild race and a wild skirmish, you somehow managed to pull it out. How do you feel after that?
You know, I don't know how to describe it. It's such an emotional moment right now.
I mean, that's very understandable. Oh, excuse me, let me let you go on.
Is he crying?
This race, this meant everything to you. You've battled the whole year. Your team is dug. Your team is crawled. And now you're at the pinnacle of online motorsports. You've made it.
The next goddamn video game that's NASCAR, I swear to God, if it has cautions at the end after the white flag, I'm gonna flip my shit.
I was fine with that. I was finishing second, and Napa would have been like 7th. Angelo had that shit in the bag.
I'm not fine with it.
No, if that caution doesn't come out, I'm second. I have a chance at the leader, but and Napa's 7th.
Oh, I'm talking about. See, that one was kind of iffy, but I'm talking about in turn 4, coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah. Did Brandon win a race this year?
Nope.
So, what do I win for 2 wins? Can I get a little blue ribbon that says I won 2?
Alright, let's see if we can get a word here with our race winner, Tex Pelt. Tex Pelt, you came through that race and you pulled off an upset victory. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. You know, it's kind of weird that I get another win in overtime. I guess when it comes to clutch, I'm just the guy that everyone needs to rely on to be there. So, great day for our number 23 Earthwater Toyota. A lot of guys put a lot of work into this, and I'm sad to say that I'm not going to be driving it next season, but man, it's just a great overall team effort. Loved today's race over any I've had in the past. Just means something more winning the last race because you get to ride it out longer than winning just one race in the middle of the season.
All right, well, congratulations on a well-fought victory.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see if we can get word from anybody else on their final thoughts. Perhaps we can get an explanation.
You want to finish the championship runner-up?
Or the third place, or the fourth
He wants to
place.
get the runner-up of the finish of the race. I'm ready for my interview. Yeah, you can interview me. Yeah.
I'm ready for my interview.
Well, we're not really sure who.
I was a championship contender, bud.
All right, well, let's
So
go down
was
the
I.
rundown of who finished second. Whoever finished second, we'll go to you and tell us about your race.
The
Nice.
race or the championship?
So I'm gonna tell you about my race. I was very hesitant coming into this race. Practice
Tony,
was
we ain't gotta
horrible.
get your shit together, dude.
Lap times was horrible. But when I got in the car and race day, it felt so good. Like I was fast, and I could race with the leaders. I felt like that was my win. I could have had that. Again, I lose to on the last lap to Texas. Again, and you know what's so funny? Homestead and Charlotte are both my home track. I lost at the final lap, final turn. But congratulations to Napa. I feel like, that last lap there, Napa really punted Angelo into the wall.
I didn't punt nobody.
Hey, this is my interview. This is my interview, buddy. This is my interview. Angelo left a lot of room, which I was hollering. I do not believe they'll get on that bottom, because if Napa would have went below the line to wreck him, then of course that would have, negated his whole win. But Angelo left too much room, and Napa just dove in there. And, hey, this is my interview. But that's all I got to say. I'm looking forward to next season. Whole new team, whole new outlook, whole new manufacturer. I'm excited. We're gonna dominate next year. Shout out to my teammates next year, and let's go fuck it up.
All right, well, thank you very much, and congratulations on a strong finish. Let's go to second in the championship standings.
Yeah, Dust Bunny's 0-0 here. Very disappointed.
Hey, I got that cash shop ready.
I'm trying to do an interview, bud.
Hey,
Very
I got championship winnings coming over here, okay?
Very, very disappointed how that kind of ended. I really wish the games went throw cautions coming to the checkered flag, just let them race. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. And in turn 4 in real life, if the caution comes out, so they let them race back to the green. But I mean, I guess I'm happy with second. I definitely wasn't second in the standings all season. I probably should have finished 4th, and I was glad to see 2 Stuart Hall's cars up there, and glad to see them finish 2nd and 3rd and not last, like I thought I was going to finish. And then, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, we turn into the 14 car next year. I'm gonna win the Daytona 500. I'm gonna win the race at Atlanta. And I'm just gonna, after 15 wins in a season, I'm just gonna declare myself the champion. Doesn't matter where I finish at Homestead, I'm already the champion. Overall, I'm happy with my 2nd place. I'm gonna be making some trucks.
Hey, Napa, check your text.
All right, I guess I'm done interviewing, man.
All right, well, congratulations on a very strong season. We look forward to seeing you participate next year. All right, let's go to 3rd place in the championship standings.
There's PC here. I had a good car. I think I was the 3rd best car of the night, for sure. I'm pretty sure. I think the 2 car honestly had the better car than the 48. I think the 48 just really wasn't good through the turns, and I was just like my teammate. We kind of discussed and talked it over. We didn't really think we were going to be that good. I mean, our Stuart Haas cars were, they've been good all year, but this isn't our strong track. And coming to that, like Dust Bunny said, coming to that on the last lap right there, the first caution on the white flag lap, I feel like Angelo got fucked over, and I finished 2nd right there. If it doesn't come out, I mean, he's the champion. And then obviously the 48. The 2 left a lot of room, and 48 is going to do what anybody did. Hell, I did what I did what I had to do to him to win at Dover. It's no difference, a racing thing. And honestly, I should get half the prize money because his ass was sideways, and if I wouldn't have bounced off of him on the wall up there, he wouldn't have won the fucking race.
How you
My
gonna tell that
teammate
man
went
you
out.
get half of his prize money? You didn't even know there was gonna be prize money.
Anyway, as I was really interrupted by the 42
Now,
car.
I'm sharing none of this money with him.
I feel like the 14 had a really good run. Like, how in the hell he went from 10th to 2nd?
About every other
It's
car.
crazy.
How the fuck did this show?
But
Next. Can we go next?
I feel like I had a good car. and it was a good race. I'm looking forward to going to the 21 car next year, joining Team Penske. Staying afford, but looking forward to it.
21 is not Team Penske.
All right, well, congratulations on a great season. Let's see if we can get an order with Angelo. Hey, Angelo, this is a TB up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy? Man, it looked like he was in the catbird seat going into turn 3, and then it all went wrong. What happened? All right, man. Well, you really did a good job out there, and good luck for next season.
That was definitely a Chase Elliott interview.
All right, let's go to third place. Clinton 696, our onboard car. Clinton, you had a decent run out there. Coming home in third. What are your thoughts on the race?
Well, I really was trying not to really race like too hard. It was kind of interesting because thought I had a fast car, but I don't know. I didn't really want to factor into the championship too much either, and I guess maybe that kind of bit me there towards the end because if I had a little bit better track position, I would have been able to get through that big wreck and maybe win the race. But it's a good day out here for Kleenex, or excuse me, Bush's Beans, Febreze, Chevy Camaro, Hidden Valley Ranch. Got them on board, all our great partners throughout the year. So it's another top 5. I'm pretty proud of our fact that we haven't finished outside the top 5 our entire performance here since the playoffs have started. Not sure what that means for next year, but hopefully we'll be able to take this momentum that we got right now and go into Daytona and maybe get a win. All right, well, let's see if we have anybody else to interview, and if we don't, I guess that's going to conclude our stream.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, the last 2 laps are not there.
Oh my god. That sucks.
Looks like the drivers are talking about the last 2 laps of the race, but Tim, we certainly had a great vantage point of the final stage of the race there, battling towards the end. Tim, what are your thoughts on what happened? Well, I'll tell you, I mean, what I saw right there was looked like the 48 and the 2 definitely made some type of contact getting into the corner, and then they made more contact, and then they made even more contact, and then the rest of them made contact, and that kind of seemed what would happen there. But I mean, who was really surprised? Because I mean, we said before during the whole broadcast that this race was going to come down to a green-white checkered. There's no way it wasn't, and it did. And a lot of these races have came down to that. And sometimes you see something crazy happen, and the seas part open, and that's exactly what happened here for Tex Pelt. So I mean, these guys, they give these guys a lot of hope here going into the next season. Great runs, and some of these other guys, it gives them a little bit, of something to think about over the off break here about what they're going to do maybe better to possibly get up here and challenge for wins. Well, it's been a great season, and we've been happy that you've been with us throughout the journey. Congratulations to Napa Fan winning the championship, and also congratulations to Tex Pelt winning the race. Click that subscribe button if you like these videos, and we'll be back at Daytona for more Miller Lite Cup Series action.